So I'm here to be vulnerable with you. I'm here to share with you a milestone, 1,000. You probably think that this is a subscriber count. But this is actually a much more important number that will subsequently increase one day at a time for the rest of my life. I'm just a single, sober dad. I'm trying to become the best version of myself for myself and my son. Hi everyone, how's it going? Clark Webb here, the host and creator of WebbVenture TV. If this is the first time we're meeting, it's really nice to meet you. Thanks for checking us out, and I'm happy that you found us on this day. If you already know us and you're a subscriber, thank you for your support. Keep hitting those like buttons and helping the channel grow to change the world. Today, I want to celebrate a milestone, like I said. I've given the superhero cast the day off, so you won't be finding them. Hopefully that doesn't disappoint you. Let's get into it. And I'm showing you this number, obviously, 1,000. This means I've been 1,000 days sober. Yes, that's right. I used to drink a lot. It is what it is, and I'm proud of the fact that I don't anymore, and I've done the hard work to get here, and can't wait to keep doing it over and over and over. So if you know what this is like, whether it's one day or 100 or 1,000, hit the like button, and let's celebrate sobriety in general. And if you have the courage to maybe leave a comment and share how many days you've been sober and maybe what you're recovering from, doesn't matter what it is, I would love to know more about your own story so that we can engage one-on-one and I can support and celebrate you as well. So in lieu of this being my 1,000-day sobriety celebration, I want to share some of my story with you because, well, I believe that being vulnerable and authentic will truly make an impact at some point. If you subscribe, which I really hope you do, and feel free to do so right now, you'll obviously probably hear a lot more of my story throughout the episodes, and maybe in my story you'll hear something and it will spark some change in you, or it will give you courage to deal with things that maybe you haven't been able to think about or deal with. So this is my story in a nutshell. My sober journey really actually starts with grief, and it's hard for me to talk about this because, because my mom passed away on November 23rd, 2014 from pancreatic cancer. And even now, talking to a camera with no one around, I get choked up because, well, her death was, in essence, a catalyst for my journey to become spiritually awakened, if you will. It's kind of tough that that's what it takes sometimes for people to become awake, but that's life and that's the journey. And you can either go with the flow or you can fight it, and I promise you, fighting it is not fun. So November 23rd, 2014, my mom passed away. 100 days later, I became a father. A couple years after that, Father's Day 2017, I named my alcoholism for the first time. And then 2017 was a mix of staying sober, trying to understand how to stay sober, relapsing, and then finally staying dry and getting sober for good on October 1st, 2017. And after I got sober, the journey, unfortunately and sadly, led me to the realization that my marriage was failing and that it would inevitably, unfortunately, end. So in 5 years, I've had 4 major life events, and I can proudly say that I've stayed sober through all of it, which surprisingly has been easy. And it's been easy because I did the work before I even got sober. I mean, here's the thing about sobriety. True sobriety, which I believe is about your mind, your body, and your spirit being sober, is really hard work. You have to really, really delve deep into who you are, what you're afraid of, what you want, what the fear drives you to do to get what you want. And the process really, unfortunately, forces you to change everything sometimes. It can make you wipe the slate clean and have to start all over. And the reason that it's like that is because sobriety and addiction isn't about something just tangible like alcohol or drugs. Addiction is very insidious, and it is deeply rooted in our minds and our spirits in regards to everything and anything we relate to. Addiction comes in many forms. Like, how do you relate to work, to sex, to shopping, to food, to working out, to being a parent or not being a parent, to controlling others, trying to fix others, trying to make others happy, internet, porn, YouTube, being an entrepreneur. I mean, addiction comes in so many forms because ultimately maybe we're trying to fill a void with all of these things. And that's what I learned. I had alcohol. It was tangible. It was right there. I could literally taste it and touch it to understand that it was a problem. And if I kept on living my life the way that I was living, it was not going to end well. And in all of that, there was this thought that always reverberated through my mind because I had a son and I was a father, and I realized there was a certain person I wanted to be. There was a certain person that I believe life, God, a higher power, meant for me to be. And in my current state of addictive, fearful mentality, I was never going to get there unless I changed everything. And that's the really hard part about true sobriety, everyone. You have to have the courage to make the hard decisions. You have to have the courage to make the really, really hard changes. Look, I'm not a doctor. I don't have a PhD in psychology or drug addiction or recovery. I'm just a single sober dad who's trying to become the best version of myself. And if you take anything from today, at least take these with you. The 4 agreements and breathing underwater. I will put links to where you can buy these in the description. And I highly recommend these books because they are extremely, extremely powerful. And if you are courageous and open to what they have to offer, they can change your life. They can literally change your life. So there you have it. 1,000 Days Sober, my sober story to you, to do with it as you see fit. I offer to you freely. Of course, you can always leave comments. I'd love to chat about it. Let me know where you're at, if you're sober, if you're struggling. I'm just here to listen, to help, to understand you, to see you, and to hear you. So in the meantime, remember, subscribe, join us on the other side, hit that like button. Let's celebrate sobriety. Remember, be authentic, be fearless, be you. Everything else will fall into place.